Alright, I just got my hands on the brand new Samsung Galaxy Ring here in Malaysia, and while I didn't have the time to test it out fully, I spent a bit time with it. So here's everything that you need to know before deciding if this ring is a great step forward or a massive mistake. Alright, let's start with the charging case because this thing looks like it belongs to a sci-fi prop drawer. It is hands down one of the nicest looking and the most functional charging solutions that I've ever seen on a wearable. Now it comes in 3 color variants: titanium black, titanium silver and titanium gold. But what many didn't mention is the fact that these 3 colors can be seen from the case closed. As there's a sort of a colored ring around the case, a tiny detail that was not mentioned but I thought it was cool. Now the case is very sturdy and had a very solid hinge, so that itself didn't feel like it was a cheap device. Now I'm glad that the hinge was not something like the ones that companies would use for those plastic earbuds, well, probably except for the Nothing Ears case, which did give me similar vibes. Now there is a USB-C port at the back and I love how they kept that simple, no proprietary charger nonsense. So thank you very much Samsung for not making me use some weird magnetic wire that I would lose in 3 days, or probably the first day even. So you can just plug in your USB-C cable and you're good to go when it comes to charging this ring. Now the ring also snaps into place magnetically, but keep in mind that the holder is only based on your ring size, which means that if you have a partner or a friend who has this Galaxy ring, but if your ring sizes are different, you can't charge the same ring at the same case. Yeah. Now when you drop the ring onto the case, there'll be a satisfying ring light that will go around the case to indicate how much charge that it has. Now I do appreciate that because this means that you don't always have to reach out to your phone to kind of guess how much battery that you have left. Now speaking of which, the ring is said to give about 7 days of use, but of course this depends on your usage. So for example, if you only use the ring at night to track your sleep, or if you use it together with your Galaxy smartwatch, you will get different results. So stay tuned for my in-depth test on that. So yes, overall the case itself feels solid, not cheap or flimsy, and I can definitely see myself just tossing it in my gym bag or putting it in my pocket without worrying about it breaking or getting scratched up. So onto the ring. Now the first thing I noticed is that how ridiculously light that this thing was. Now obviously the weight depends on the ring size, but it was overall very minimal and sleek that it really blends into the finger, or onto the finger. Yeah. Now at first, before putting on the ring, I thought that it looked thick. But after putting it on, I was finally okay with its form factor, especially with the number of sensors that it has, and more on the sensors in a while. Now I was a little skeptical about the recessed design going all around the ring. I thought maybe it would dig in or just feel awkward when I wear it, especially for something that's supposed to stay on your hand day and night, right? And also with the fact that it has an IP68 rating too, but all in all, it actually contours to the finger in a very comfortable way. Now the build quality doesn't feel like some plastic toy. It is titanium, solid and premium, and the finish is also super clean. Now it has a subtle raised edges, and from what I can tell, it will definitely help to protect the surface from wear and tears over time. So Samsung thought a lot when it comes to making a device which is built to last. Then there's also a raised line or indicator on the ring that you'll need to put it at the bottom of the finger. Now that is something to be aware of to get the sensors to read better. Now at first I thought this was more of a design thing, and when I wore it wrong, my buddy Kevin told me about that, so keep that in mind as well. Now as for the features, just like any smart ring, this is best to track your sleep, workouts, step counts and everything health related, where it syncs with the Samsung Health app. Now this is only compatible with Android devices, but if you don't use a Samsung phone, you won't get that double pinch gesture. And speaking of which, I had a chance to try this double pinch gesture and it works very well. But you need to get used to it to get it right all the time. Now honestly, I still prefer the Samsung's hand gesture when it comes to using their camera app to take photos. It was and still is the easiest way to take a photo, but yes, the double pinch would be a good party trick to impress your friends or family. Now overall, just from this short time with it, I can already tell that Samsung is serious about making their smart ring experience very premium. Now if you're watching this and if you're based in Malaysia, the steps to get yourself one is different from those in overseas, where instead of ordering the test kit and waiting for it to ship before ordering, or getting it in Best Buy if you're in the US or something, and pray to God that that they have stock. In Malaysia, you can head to any one of these Samsung Experience stores where they do have the sizing kit from sizes 5 to 13, but here is a tip. Make sure that the ring fits snugly and not too tight and neither too loose. And for the best results, you'll need to put it on your index finger or your middle finger. Now it comes to the retail price of 2,099 ringgit. Expensive or not? Let me know your thoughts down below, because would you wear a 2,000 ringgit ring to bed? I am seriously curious. Now as usual, I'll be using this daily to see how it holds up in a real world situation, so do subscribe to this channel if you guys haven't done so.